Scalar.
And I'm Amber Foster Kajin Cosplay, and tonight we're back again with you guys with Better Call Saul, episode 9 of season 2. Almost done with season 2, guys.
Yes, wait a sec. This one is called Nailed. Oh shit, Nailed. Oh, okay. Mike
I
and his
saw the
plan.
fun there.
Okay, last episode, Mike is preparing something, and if this one is called Nailed, it has to do probably with his
the
plan.
nails.
Because he was putting nails into a hose, and there's something he's gonna do. Like, he looked at the Salamanca's operation, he looked at where they stop, where the truck goes, where the delivery happens, you know, everything. He's taking notes, and he's getting ready to do something crazy. I know it.
I don't know if that's gonna be feasible though, but do you think that if you use a huge water pressure with the hose, the nails are gonna just pop out?
I don't know if that's what he's trying to do. I'm thinking more about what we said last episode. He's trying to blow the tires up for the truck that's making the delivery.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm excited for this. Jimmy and Kim started their partnership, and Jimmy convinced Kim to try to win back Mesa Verde. She almost did, but then Chuck went in and he did his speech and he won them back.
Yeah.
That was okay.
And Jimmy couldn't just let that down, so he's
Messed
his brother
stuff
and
up.
just switched numbers.
Yeah, he switched numbers and copied the file. So basically, when Chuck is going to try to work on the case, he's going to have wrong information and wrong numbers. So it's going to blow up in his face. I'm not proud of Jimmy for doing that, but we cannot say we didn't see it coming because we know where he's heading. This is the path he chose for himself, so...
That is probably the least criminal thing that he did. If you compare with the later seasons and then Breaking Bad, maybe.
Yes and no, because if you think about it, he's corrupting data from another firm. If you take away the fact that it's his brother, yeah, but I mean, it's not supposed to work like that. Trying to win back a customer by talking to the customer is one thing, but, you know, messing up the data, that's
Better Call Saul. What did you expect?
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's jump into this episode and see the plan.
Alright.
I'm hoping we'll see the plan.
I
this
think we'll
episode,
see the
but
plan.
Let's go.
You know what? I think that if it was ours doing, like trying to keep Mesa Verde, maybe Jimmy would have done something because he's so against Chuck.
Well, he's also against Howard.
Yeah, but maybe he would have done nothing.
Oh, the plan. Shit. Too late. Oh, that was cool. Now what? Now what? That's the part we couldn't guess.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh my gosh.
Oh fuck. He guessed it. That's where they hide it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It took one Mike. Mike should work at the border.
Oh gosh.
The operation. The preparation. Fucking hell.
But can you imagine though people doing that at the border every single day? Like they're cutting tires to see if there's something inside.
No, but X-rays.
Natural.
For 46 years, the men and women of Mesa Verde Bank and Trust prided ourselves on personal service and attention to detail, second to none.
Attention to
Mesa
detail.
Verde continues to operate at a Tier 1 leverage ratio of 11.2%.
Hold on. Excuse me, Mr. Wattel, just one moment. Is there something we can clarify?
Yes. Can you give us the address of the proposed Scottsdale branch again?
Certainly. It's 1216 Rosella Drive, Scottsdale, Arizona, 85262. 1216. Okay, because the application I'm looking at today clearly gives the address as 1216.
1216, that's correct, sir.
But in the original submission, we're seeing 1261 Rosella Drive.
It is 1261.
And he didn't change the numbers that much. He just switched. So it's possible that he made a mistake, you know?
1261.
1261.
Is this going to be a problem? Because I'm sure it won't be.
Mr. Commissioner, I apologize. Unaccountably, there appears to be a discrepancy in our filing. We'd like to request an adjournment of just a few minutes so that we can amend the filing. I'm being told by staff that they've already done the research for 1216 Rosella Drive. Our folks are going to have to go back to square one on the new address. We could obtain a provisional agreement today to allow the branch to open. No, all due respect, it's up to you folks to submit accurate paperwork. Maybe next time double check. I'm sorry. I'll see you in 6 weeks. That closes the matter for today. Well, staff, please.
He's losing it.
Yeah, he is.
And there's also the uncertainty. Like, did he make a mistake and he didn't notice? He changed the papers.
1261. No.
Like you said.
I don't understand.
That's why I hate it that he did this. It's messing with his brother's head, and plus the condition.
Yeah. It was 1216. I promise you. Everyone makes mistakes. This was no mistake.
Can he prove it though?
This was no mistake, so I'm pretty sure he thinks it's his brother. He's been to the house before he worked on the case, so. But I don't think he can prove anything, but that's not going to help their relationship.
Kim, I was hoping to have this conversation with you and you alone. However, I guess it's time to clear the air once and for all. He sabotaged me. Buddy, what are you... Please, don't bother. You and I both know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, in these files are 13 documents containing the address of Mesa Verde's proposed branch. 1261 Rosella Drive, Scottsdale, Arizona. Jimmy pulled each and every one. Then he left me here, sweating and delirious, while he went off to doctor them. He knew that I would use his modified
It's
documents.
so true, but it sounds so far-fetched. Is she gonna believe that though?
Over and over, I typed
That's what I mean. She knows he's capable of that.
So you're saying if we look in here, all the addresses will be wrong?
Well, of course you weren't going to leave evidence behind. I'm guessing yesterday morning you waited until I left, then used your key to let yourself in and return the originals. No crime is complete without the cover-up.
Oh, come on. I did all this, what, for some business?
Did it for Kim.
He did it for you.
Because he cares.
Wish you're gonna believe
And that's
though,
believable.
Chuck or Jimmy.
If what you're saying is true, Jimmy could be charged with forgery, fraud, falsifying evidence, even breaking and entering.
Frankly, I am sick about this. But facts are facts.
And what is your evidence?
My evidence is knowing my brother for his entire life.
It's not enough, though.
Chuck, I think there's another explanation. It's a simpler one. You made a mistake. And instead of just facing up to it, you accuse your brother of plotting against you. You come up with this elaborate scheme.
He's capable of this. You know he is.
I know he's not perfect. But you're the one who made him this way.
Oh shit, that's a little
Idolizes you. He accepts you. He takes care of you. And all he ever wanted was your love and support. But all you've ever done is judge him. You never believed in him. You never wanted him to succeed. I feel sorry for him.
I think that Jimmy's gonna feel bad about it.
And I feel sorry for you.
Oh god, it's even more heartbreaking because we know Chuck is right this time. But that doesn't mean what Kim just said about him is not true.
True.
She might have defended him because yeah, it's true. But I think there's still a bit of her that believes he could have done this.
Jesus. What? Kim, what? Just drive.
Yeah.
It's not like she's not aware that Jimmy could do this, and the way he was defending himself wasn't that convincing, so... It's breaking my heart, okay? Fucking hell!
Jimmy, please stop doing skim with Kim. Let her do her own stuff. You're gonna lose her if not.
The truck headed south got hijacked. Someone stole $250,000.
Jeez.
Now Hector's flipping out, looking for who did it. Thing is, I think it was you.
Prove it.
They left the driver hogtied, not a mark on him.
He's gonna change. No worries there for that.
I'm picking up that driver. Hector's orders. We're gonna see what he knows, and if he knows you, that's bad for both of us.
That shouldn't concern you.
But he was in on it, right?
Driver had nothing to do with it.
Then who?
Just me.
Not possible. How did you know about the truck? How do you know about the tires?
Because he's
All
that
I can
good.
tell you is you guys aren't half as smart as you think you are.
So, the driver doesn't know anything?
Not a thing.
You hear your voice?
No.
Right now, Hector's looking at the competition, but he hears the driver say it was some old gringo.
He didn't hear me. Saw a guy with a ski mask. That's it.
And you're sure of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure of that.
He saw his car, though.
Oh,
Why
true.
wasn't it in the papers? Why wasn't it in the papers?
Guys, we cleaned it up. After you left, the Good Samaritan came along and said, "Oh my God, oh my God." He cut the driver loose. The driver called us. We came out, got the truck. Made it like it never happened.
And that Good Samaritan?
Good.
Hector shot him in the face. We buried the guy out in the desert. Like I said, we cleaned it up.
It's the risk when you go against them. It can't always be perfect plan.
They're responsible for the death of
Yeah.
an innocent.
It's gonna take a toll on the guy. But the driver saw his car, so I'm not sure it's the end of it.
Your brother is one smart lawyer. The smartest one I know. I mean, no offense. The kind of adversary who'd find even the smallest crack in your defense. Going against him, you'd really want to make sure you've got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed.
Did he left something? If he can prove this, he's going to jail.
Oh, true. You can find out. Oh, fuck.
We know Chuck is not gonna let that go. He's too obsessed, and he's too confident that he's right. And was that the assistant?
Ernesto, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's cut to the chase. That guy who just walked out of here, his name is Ernie. I'm guessing he showed you my picture and asked if I was in here the other night. Now he's going to bring his boss, who's my brother. And he's going to ask you the same question. Did you see that guy the other night? Well, the answer is no.
Make it seem like it's not a big deal. It's just like family feuds. Nothing too dangerous, though.
Lance, I'm Charles McGill. My associate spoke with you earlier, and he showed you this photo on or about the morning of the 18th. This person was here in this shop. Is that correct?
On or about
The 18th, early morning.
No.
Well, I believe you told my associate that he was here and he made copies.
Because I'm sorry, I make a wrong identification.
To be honest, working with customers, like, I've been working in a convenience store, it's not the type of details you remember.
So.
Leading into... I want you to speak the truth. I know he was here. I know what he did. Tell me what you told Ernesto. Stop trying to change your story.
Excuse me, sorry. How do we get this to do 11 by 14?
No, excuse me. We are having a conversation here.
You gotta switch it to trade 4. It's easier if I show you. Look.
Oh my god.
He's losing it.
Get him out of here or I'm gonna call the cops, okay?
Do not walk away from me. We are not finished here.
Done talking to you, man.
Oh shit. Is he okay?
Call 911. Call 911. Come on.
Oh shit, that's the worst. Oh, and you just know he's sorry. There's a part of him that wants to run to his brother, make sure he's okay, but he can't. This whole situation is messed up and so fucking sad. Do you think he's okay? He hit his head pretty hard.
I hope he is, but I don't think he is.
He's not dead, is he?
I don't know. I really don't know. Oh fuck.
Because there's only one episode left for this season. That's... Oh my god, if something is going on, if he's hurt beyond repair, if he's dead or something, I don't know. You know that's gonna... The guilt trip that Jimmy's gonna have is gonna be terrible. And, I mean, Chuck's condition gets worse when he's stressed out. And you know, this entire affair, this entire thing messing up with his head, making him think that he made a mistake when he knows he didn't make a mistake, and just lying to his face when he's convinced that this happened, that he showed up and made the copies. That just stressed him out so much, that played with his head, that made him look crazy. I'm not for this at all. I think it's so sad. I can jump ship pretty easily, like some depending on the situation, when Chuck is laying the blame on Jimmy for something he didn't do, or punishing him for something that he's not responsible for, or just destroying his chances at having a future because of his past, because he cannot let go of the past. I'm with Jimmy. I think it's sad that Chuck is set on doing that. But then Jimmy does something like this, and I cannot support him when he's lying to Kim, when he's lying to Chuck, and he's not even trying to be convincing, if I have to say it. Like, he's just crazy. I mean, he's dumb, you know? He's not trying because we know, and he knows that he's guilty. And when I see Chuck suffer the consequences like this, I cannot stop thinking that, as sad as it is, it's almost like he's proving his brother that he was right all along not to trust him. And it's sad because it's a sick circle, because the reason why Jimmy is doing this is because his brother did not trust him, and his brother is not trusting him because Jimmy used to do stuff like this. It's a vicious circle, and the brothers are stuck in there, and if Chuck cannot come back from this, I don't know. That sounded like a fucking harsh crack. So I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know if he's gonna be okay. But depending, that could lead to so much guilt. That could lead to so much shit that
if something bad really does happen to Chuck after that, I think I can understand a bit more of Saul characters in Breaking Bad, though.
Because of what might happen here?
Yeah.
How?
I'm not trying to be like more selfish, not to have connection with others.
Well, if you look at Saul and Jimmy, I feel like he embraced the Saul persona because everyone around him kept saying that he wasn't worth anything more. You know, when you've been told your entire life that this is what you do, this is how you are, and it's never gonna change.
As Jimmy McGill, as Chuck's brother, he was responsible for what happened to Chuck, so he tried to detach himself from
connections like Kim. Okay, we still don't know where she is in the future, but I feel like it could all, if something did happen, if he's not walking out of this situation, if he's I can't believe it, but if he's dead, Because that was really loud. Like, that sounded really loud. I mean, you can die from this. Like, a harsh hit on the temple.
Around the corner, yeah.
Yeah. If he's not walking out of this, and you think about it, like, Jimmy might say that he's a piece of shit that doesn't deserve a redemption, because that's the life he's chosen for himself, and that's led to all these consequences, and now he cannot even look himself in the face. That could lead to changing his name and just following that path 100%. Yeah, just going through that path 100% because he doesn't deserve the other path. We know before he's made the choice, like, let's follow this path because no one believes in me anyway, so what's the point of trying to be someone I'm not if I'm not going to enjoy my life? And if there's nothing to win by doing this because no one believes in it, you know? He does something good. He was doing something great in the beginning of the show and beginning of the season. He was doing great stuff legally, but every time he does that, people question his ways. They put him down. They don't agree with his vision, and that's discouraging. So I understand why he keeps going to that path. It's just sad that, like we said last episode, every time he does it, he blurs the line between personal and professional, and that destroys their relationship so much. And that messing up with his brother's head, it wasn't all about Kim, and it wasn't all about Mesa Verde. I had a blank, sorry. It wasn't all about that. It was about getting back at his brother because his brother did him wrong. And he was convinced that his brother was trying so hard to put him on the ground. But it's breaking my heart, and I don't want this to be the end between the two. Like, I want Chuck to be okay because they still deserve they deserve a chance to at least patch things up, but I feel like it's too late. They're too old now. I mean, they've been through too much shit, and Jimmy has his flaws, but Chuck also has his flaws. Like Kim said, he's a great lawyer, but it's also, it goes against his character if you think about it, because he's so convinced that he's right, that he's not open-minded to the possibilities. Just like when he was convinced that Jimmy could not change, that stopped him from thinking that maybe Jimmy was trying to repent and be a better person. He's so always convinced that he cannot make any mistakes that messes with his head when he's facing a mistake like that. This time he was right, but his persona, his way of thinking went against his relationship with his brother in the past.
Sometimes some people are so convinced that they cannot do wrong, that they're always right, and it just fucked up everybody else because they're gonna go through war and fuse just to prove a point, even though that
even if in the end they agreed that, okay, I made a mistake, that's done. Yeah, the damage is done. So, and this time the damage could be irreversible. I'm not saying it was Chuck's fault, like he was right to pursue this. It's just that everything that led to this is both his fault and Jimmy's fault.
Oh. I don't want for that relationship to end like that, though.
I don't want either, but I'm so scared because that crack was so loud. And there's only one episode left for the season.
That could be it.
I'm gonna pray that he ends up in the hospital and that's it. But anyway. Okay, Mike.
Why don't you call an ambulance, though, when someone is unconscious after hitting his head on the counter?
Well, they're not sure. Like, the other guy is too stressed because, like, the guy that works at the photocopy shop, I mean, he's stressed out because he's accepted money for this, and he doesn't want the cops to get involved or anything.
I know.
So there's the stress of that, and the other guy just wants to do good, and he's not sure what to do.
Chuck, no hospital. Yeah, that's gonna be against you now. But yeah, when something like that happens, you call an ambulance right away. You don't hesitate.
And the only thing I have to say for Mike, apart from your plan was so freaking cool.
You had to change your car first.
That's the thing. The guy saw the car, so I don't think this shot of the car was just there for fun. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back.
If it does come back, though, that could be a small glimpse of why now Mike said no witness behind. After that.
That's the thing. Right now he's set on not killing anyone and just not hurting anyone, even if it's the bad guy. And his decision to leave someone behind and just not do anything, or just even make that plan in the first place and try to hit back at the Salamancas led to an innocent dying.
Sure.
That's gonna play on his conscience. Because he didn't pull the trigger himself, but he sure as hell was responsible for this. So I don't know how it's gonna change him. I don't know what he's gonna do next, if he's still gonna try. I mean, he did say he was done, but I'm pretty sure the deal is not over. Like, the Salamancas are gonna try to
You're
find
never
out.
over with the Salamanca.
We still need to find out how he ended up in that chair, you know? So,
Stroke.
and Mike has not changed one bit yet. He still needs to go through that roller coaster of emotion and get to that point where leaving bodies behind is not a huge deal. And it's going to get to that point, because we know Mike in the future, he kills.
True.
Anyway, we're going to jump to the finale. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
Yeah, so if you want to watch it now, don't forget to subscribe. The link is just down below. And if not, wait for the next one will be up on YouTube, guys.
Yep.
So see you then.
Bye.